What's going on YouTube? It's your boy ATM back again with another video. And in today's video, I wanted to discuss why I believe personally that younger men and younger men growing into older men if they don't experience females or women's true nature when they're younger, it's a byproduct to them simping later in life. And let me explain what I mean. When you're younger and in the high school middle school to high school, more so high school age, you're more likely to have an idea or an ideal thought process about women. More of the Disney fantasy kind of, putting women on a pedestal, believing that they are so holier than thou, that they can do no wrong, that their farts don't stink, and they're so sweet and gentle, and all that extra good stuff that we were lied to about when we were younger. Now, obviously that isn't true. Women are human, right? They make mistakes. They can be unruly. They can be evil. They can be angels. They can be upstanding citizens. The whole different, spectrum of adjectives that you want to use for them, right? So when we're looking at it from the perspective of talking about high school and how I personally believe young men need to either get their heart broken or deal with women who like them more than they like the woman, because then you get to see how women will treat you when she actually really likes you versus how she treats you when you like her more, right? So if you're dealing with a woman who you like more, you're going to accept more BS from her. You're going to more likely go above and beyond than your normal threshold of doing stuff. So when you're dealing with a woman that you like more, you may buy her gifts, put her on a pedestal because you are clamoring for admiration, attention, acceptance, love, and respect and value from this woman, when in any case that may not necessarily be, or that may not necessarily be what you get. There we go. So how I feel about it is, I do think when you're younger, get kind of that feeling, an idea, and thought process out of you when you're younger, because when you're older it may never come out, because you've always had this set thought process about women you like, and it can ruin you, especially financially. So not only when you're dealing with them, when the women you don't that don't like you as much as you like them, when you're dealing with a woman that you like more than she likes you, it's going to hurt more when she leaves, because eventually, she's most likely going to leave you. And when you are younger, you're sad about the whole thing, and it sucks. But if you have this feeling and it festers longer in the feeling of treating her and putting her on a pedestal, even when you get older, the heartbreak's going to hurt more, and it'll take you longer to recover, because the older you get, the more stuck in your ways people become. So you want to kind of get that thought process of how women are holier than thou and all that out of your system, right? Women are human, and you treat them as such. Now, the opposite is true. When the woman likes you more than you like her, you'll see the treatment that you give to the opposite woman will be done to you. Now, the difference between men and women when it comes to this type of treatment, right? This type of treatment that you get, men are more accepting of the woman that likes him more, and most likely will potentially stay with that woman rather than the woman he likes, because he's getting treated with respect, love, admiration, and someone who can potentially be kinder to him and his feelings. So when you're dealing with that type of woman, what I've noticed, personally speaking, and I can give you a couple of examples, but I just want to say this first. What I've noticed is that obviously, like I was saying, respect you more, but they also will do things for you that you don't ask for. They will also cater to your needs, more likely cook for you, treat you like a man, like you should be treated, in hopes to get you to be with them. And like more times than not, the man will eventually stay with that woman because of the treatment, right? So it's all about how a man is treated, which is why men value respect more than love, because in order to treat this person like that, you have to have some respect for them. To give you guys an example, for me, I've noticed when I've treated women, when I've liked a woman more than she likes me, I've bought her gifts. I told her how much I like her and all this different type of stuff. And I've been told more so than these three type of things. I'm too nice of a guy. She's not interested, but she appreciates it, and you'll find somebody else. Or she just don't see me like that. And I used to be the nicer guy that would treat women with love and respect and all this extra stuff, because of the movies I used to watch. I like romantic comedies and all that different type of soft shit, right? But as I've gotten older and been always rejected, I had to go within myself and figure out, okay, what am I doing wrong? So it's always about self-improvement, and I knew what to change. Now, when dealing with women who like me more than I like them, sex is not hard to come by. I've been treated with respect. Plates have been served. The respect and love has always been there from the gate. And once you deal with the two different types of women, you can tell when a woman likes you more than you like her, or likes you first. And especially once you get into the college years, women that like you, will throw that thing, okay? And a lot of times you don't even be tripping off of it. It's like, all right, I mean, if you want to. But I've also been that guy who's had women off the first meeting wanna have sex, and to me it don't matter if she likes me more and I like her. I'm gonna put it down, right? So when I put it down, they're not used to that type of sexual experience. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, I have videos on my channel. You should be able to see them. They'll want to come back and do it again, or they just want to experience that type of feeling that you give them from that sexual experience. Food, the love they give, it's kind of just, it's what you would do for a woman you like more besides the sex. It's kind of, but it's what you would get in return from the woman that likes you more, right? And to encompass all of what I was saying to the title, the reason I think it's a byproduct if you don't experience this earlier in life is as you get older, if you're so used to having to spend money to try to be a jester, to have to go above and beyond for a single female just to get her to like you or remotely like you, which means she really don't like you, she likes what you do for her, it can lead to a road of destruction for you. If it comes to if you get married to her, divorce with the children, child support, alimony, it can be a destruction of your mental and physical health, because she's going to treat you disrespectfully because she doesn't respect nor value you the way you need to be respected and valued. She will truly not love you because she never did in the beginning. She just liked what you did for her. So if things change or if you lose your job, she's most likely going to leave you. So it's a whole different combination of different things that you'll know what I'm talking about once you experience it, or if you have experienced it. And the reason I think it's a byproduct of simping is because men are trying to be feminists, are trying to spend their hard-earned checks, jump through hoops just to get some mediocre sex, trying their hardest to to put the woman on a pedestal and do all the things she says she needs, but in reality, she's gonna go get fucked by a different dude who's probably worse than me when it comes to how he treats her. But I've treated women bad too, so I can't say that. But not really bad. I don't abuse women or call them out their name, but how I interact with them isn't pleasant sometimes, especially after sex. Like, you can go. Anyway, I'm probably gonna edit that out. Sorry, I'm probably gonna edit that out. That's bad. No, if I can leave it in, it's fine. Yeah, so I think it's more of a simping thing because you don't experience it early in life of the true nature of women, and because I have experienced it in high school and college, I realized, because I like to always self-reflect on different things within my life. I have a hard time because, one, I don't have a lot of money at this current moment in time. I make an average living, but I want to, obviously get to a point where I'm making above six figures and then potentially multi-millions within the next 5 to 10 years. But the reason I'm saying that is I have an issue with trying to date women because I've been a dude, to be honest, I've had 10 different partners. I think I've said this in a different video. Only one has been a prostitute. The other 9, 2 were girlfriends, 2 were friends with benefits, and the other was just like random, one night stand type of thing. But to encompass all of that, besides the prostitute, the other 9, I didn't pay to go on a date to fuck. Right? I didn't pay to go on a date for the 2 to be my girlfriend. One obviously was in high school, so that high school love ain't too crazy. But yeah, I never had to do it, and majority of the time they liked me more than I liked them. The women I've liked more than they like me, I've not had really any shot with, so I don't really focus on women that don't like me. Once they tell me they're not really interested, I kind of just move off of them and go find somebody else. But yeah, I think it's important for y'all to realize to go for the women that like you. It's going to make your life easier, especially when you're younger, because as you get older, you're going to simp a lot less because you've experienced women in their truest form of showing respect and love for you. And hopefully this video helps a young man out there or an older gentleman to realize that do your best to not spend money on the woman you're around, and see if she's going to reciprocate that type of respect and love for you before you do too much. Because if a woman's willing to come out of pocket for you, that means she has some resemblance of caring for you. Even if it doesn't work out in the long run, you realize that, hey, I should go for the women that are willing to come out of pocket for me at the times of meeting. So it's one of those things where you gotta understand that there are women out there that will show you love and admiration and respect early on in your relationship with them, and those are the women you need to go for, rather than going for the women out here that just want a handout or don't really value you, but will take the payments and going on dates and all that. Here's a caveat. I just want to this little example. This is my last example, and then I'm gonna end the video. So I have knew of a coworker, right? I'm gonna say knew of because I don't want nobody to find this video. I knew of a coworker, and me and her were going somewhere. Like we're gonna go to like the gym or whatever. And if she sees this video, I don't really give a fuck. But I'm not gonna say her name, so it don't fucking matter. But she had told me and her I was driving to the gym, and we're chopping it up. I like to flirt a little bit. I was interested in her, whatever. And in the long run, she's not interested in me, so it's no big deal. I keep it moving. But I like to have the experience to share with the gentlemen and ladies that subscribe to the channel. She was telling me how she was going on dates with men, and I was like, well, are you interested in them? And she goes, not really. So I'm like, why are you going on dates with them? And she was like, I don't really know. And I was like, you know, you're wrong for that, right? Like, you're going on a date, and I was like, does he know he has no shot with you? She's like, I don't think so. So I was like, well, and I had broke it down to her, and she agreed with me at the end. I'm like, you're wasting your time and his time because you're going on a date with this man who you know has no shot of dating you or having sex with you. And you're wasting both of each other's time just so you can eat food for free. I was like, you know, that's fucked up. And I had broken, and since I broke it down the way I did, she was like, yeah, I mean, you're right, that is fucked up. But she's still gonna go on a date, right? They still gonna do what they want to do, but as long as you as the dude understand who these women are and how they operate, it's okay, right? Like, if you know you want to take a woman out on a date and you don't really have a shot, but you just want to go, you already were going out, or you want to do something like that, okay, I understand. Hopefully, you know, in due time, we will get a society of men who have the balls to tell those women, hey, I'm not really, if you're not interested, you can let me know. She says that, and they wipe their hands clean of them and move forward. But ATM fam, I'm signing out. Peace.